The Banshee Queen comes to Heroes of the Storm. We've got an MMORTS that might just be a juggernaut, and putting the ponage on a superhero was never so much fun. This is MMO-Play Dailies. I'm the Hicks from MMO-Play.com, and this is your one-stop shop for everything you need to know in the MMO universe. Today, MMO-Play Dailies. Let's jump into some news. So racing games are one of the few that have not really found a way to break into the MMO marketplace yet. There have been a lot of attempts, a lot of false starts, a lot of problems that have happened to larger titles. I mean, Drive Club, World of Speed, Project Cars, just not been the most successful genre. Enter into this atmosphere The Crew. So this is another attempt at an MMO racing game, but this one has a sort of interesting take on getting players into the game. So they're offering a trial, which is something not uncommon in the MMO landscape these days. But whereas most MMO trials have like a wall coded into the game, once you hit it, you can't go past it and you have to buy the game or upgrade your subscription or whatever. The Crew is going about this slightly differently. You can play the Crew as long as you want, and you can save your progress in the MMO, but instead of hitting a wall coded into like the storyline or maybe certain features that you can't access until you upgrade your account, they have a time wall, and that time is 2 hours. You can play the Crew on a trial membership in 2-hour chunks, do whatever you want, and then after 2 hours, you hit the wall. Now, a lot of people who are playing the Crew are already saying, look, this is not enough time to sample enough to make a decision on whether or not you want to continue playing this game. Some of the interstate raid and endurance missions in the game last 4+ hours by themselves. So 2 hours, they're saying not really going to cut it. For my money, I think this is an interesting take on the whole trial thing, but I wonder what the advantage of having a normal trial system versus this system are, or what the developers of the Crew think that they are. Is the idea because you can do anything that you might get hooked on a certain feature that you may not have really experienced in a normal trial where everything's dumbed down or you only get little pieces of what's in the actual game? But if that's the case, if you only have 2 hours, who's to say you're going to discover those features anyway? I don't know, my hands are sort of up in the air. I am struggling to see what the benefit of this style of trial is. But then again, I'm just a schmuck doing a daily show. I don't make into video games. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Would you like to do a trial like this where there's a time wall and it's comparatively short, you know, let's say 120, 180 minutes? Or do you prefer the way some trials are now where you have unlimited time but very limited access? If you are a fan of real-time strategy games, listen up. Theorem is a game that has been on beta on Steam for a while, and if you were part of that beta, you had a chance to get a 10% reduction on the price of the full game. Well, now you can use it. The full game is out today. A lot of people are saying that this is going to be the one, the like League of Legends of its genre, the one to really take MMORTS up a notch and get a whole lot more people interested and involved. I don't know about all of that, but I do know as a former Command & Conquer, Red Alert 2, Generals, what Tiberium, all of them really. Was there a Command & Conquer on the PlayStation? Or Nintendo 64? I seem to recall trying to play a Command & Conquer on an old console and it just being awful. Anyway, back to the point. Ethereum. Looking at the launch trailer, reading stuff on Reddit about Ethereum, it actually looks like it's going to be a pretty great game. Again, I'm not so sure about the whole revolutionizing the industry thing, but if you're an MMO fan and an RTS fan, putting those two things together makes this a game you definitely want to check out. So Hero Zero is a superhero-themed, multi-world, free-to-play MMO. They've got a league system they're putting in place that's going to pit superheroes against each other in a really interesting way. Basically, it's a super-tiered system where there are multiple steps through every tier. It operates on a points currency, and points are traded between players depending on if you win or lose a match. Now, because of the fact that the points swap hands at the end of a match and that everything is so layered and tiered, this looks like it's going to be a really fun time. And you can also work your way up this tier until you are in a super elite class competing with the very hardcore players. So if you're interested in this league system or Hero Zero in general, check out the links in the description below to find a way to go play this game without downloading anything. It's awesome. Well, it has been a Blizzard-filled week. Yesterday we talked about Diablo 3 going free to play in China, and today we are talking about a major Heroes of the Storm upgrade. The Tomb of the Spider Queen Battleground is officially opening up on Blizzard's MOBA Heroes of the Storm. Along with this, you're also getting access to my favorite WoW character, as most of you know, the Banshee Queen Lady Sylvanas. Side note, for Sylvanas haters in the world, please check out another video I did on this channel, the top 10 WoW villains who are still a threat, in which I talk extensively about my feelings of Sylvanas, sort of a love-hate relationship we have, she and I, Syl and me. Anyway, back to the point. In addition to the new Battleground and Sylvanas, you now have Team League as the second mode in ranked play. The Team Leagues are definitely for the more advanced players. It's basically like an in-game sort of guild system where you can pick a name, decide who you want on your team, and compete very competitively, it seems. I am not playing Heroes of the Storm yet. It just slipped right past me. I finally got in, opted in for the beta, and now I'm just waiting, praying that it happens. If it doesn't happen, or I miss some arbitrary deadline that I always seem to miss, this will definitely be one of those games that I get on release day. And that's saying something for me. You guys know I'm not a huge MOBA fan, but when you take a MOBA and you put it in a universe that I have been a part of for so long, it's like, how could I not at least try it? And that brings us to today's comment shout out. Today's comment comes from user Drake Slater, who in response to yesterday's video said, "You need to find a way to prank Gillyweed with some of your shenanigans," smiley face. Well, I don't know if this is as much of a prank as it is more of an expression of my undying love for Gilly. I've decided, as an expression of my admiration toward Gilly and the weekly show here at MMO-Play, I've decided to scientifically create a super host. This is a combination that I've created in a laboratory of myself and Gillyweed, and I'm proud to be announcing that this new host will be hosting a new show here on MMO-Play every 5 seconds, called This 5 Seconds in MMO. So without further delay, I now present the newest super host at MMOplay.com, Higgsyweed. Just leave you with that image to satiate your desire for nightmares tonight. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I've been the Higgs from MMOplay.com. Please do like this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment below for a chance to be included in tomorrow's comment shoutouts. I'll see you all then.